IIHS has just released new ratings for the Toyota Tacoma Extended Cab in the passenger side small overlap crash test. Now, Becky, we tested this vehicle 2 times. Why did we do that?
The first time we tested this vehicle, we actually noticed a fuel leak, which could be a risk of fire. While typically in frontal crashes, we're focusing on things like structure and dummy measures, we're also evaluating potential risks of fuel leaks that could cause a fire. And that's what we observed in this first test. We fill the car with a gasoline substitute so it won't catch on fire if we do see a fuel leak. After the crash, we look around and we can see if there's any evidence of leaking occurring. We measure that and we can assess how dangerous that might be, and in a real vehicle, in a real crash, how much risk of fire that would be.
And Toyota responded to that test.
They did. We think that the fuel leak came from parts of the rear axle that penetrated the fuel tank. And so they made structural changes that prevented those rear axle leaf spring components from deforming and penetrating into the fuel area. So when we retested this vehicle after those changes, the risk of fuel leak went away. But there were still some things related to structure and dummies that were problematic for this vehicle. So for this vehicle, we saw a structural downgrade to, especially to the floor pan area near the dummy's legs. We saw a downgrade to the dummy's legs because of that structural intrusion. And we had a downgrade to the dummy's head because the dummy ended up swiping a grab bar as it was heading towards the airbag.
The 2022 vehicle earned an overall marginal rating in this test for vehicles that were built after October 2021. Vehicles built earlier with that fuel leak issue get an overall rating of poor, and that extends all the way back to 2016 models. If you'd like to learn more about these tests or compare safety ratings for other small pickups, head to iihs.org.